When I was reporting on education in Washington, D.C. back in 2009, I went to an event where Arne Duncan, President Obama's Secretary of Education, was speaking. And he said the following: "A great teacher is a miracle worker. A great teacher can walk on water." And that was just staggering to me. The idea that to be a great teacher, you have to be like Jesus Christ, or you have to essentially be better than human? That's not realistic. Wendy Kopp, the founder of Teach for America, she wrote that a great teacher can trump poverty. The best research done by 3 economists, Raj Chetty, Jonah Rokoff, and John Friedman, found that teachers are responsible for approximately 7% of the current achievement gap. So that is 7% of the current gap between how poor children perform and how middle-class kids perform is due to differences in teacher quality. The rest of the achievement gap is driven by socioeconomic factors in the family and in the neighborhood. This magical thinking has really been a part of American history and our education history from the beginning. If you looked at Catherine Beecher and Horace Mann, the founders of the Common Schools movement back in the 1830s, they were very alarmed about inequality between Protestants and Catholics. And they really were like, oh, teachers are going to solve this problem. And then if you go to the progressive era, when there was really horrible conditions in the streets of New York and Chicago, tuberculosis coming out of water hydrants, tenements, Jacob Riis, the famous muckraker, he wrote that the teacher was the most important influence on this entire social scene. This was a time when there was, very few labor rights. Children were working in factories. It wasn't even compulsory to go to school past age 12. And again, he was putting all this hope in the teacher. We see the same thing during the civil rights era, the hope that Brown v. Board and the integration of schools was going to lead to closing achievement gaps. It helped. It didn't get us all the way there. And we see it today with the standards and accountability movement, the idea now that socioeconomic inequality, differences between the classes, can be closed by teachers. We need to address making the job an attractive job more than we need to focus on things like telling teachers that they can trump poverty. It might be inspiring at first, but even the great work you can do with an individual child to open up opportunities for them, which can change their individual life, there's a big gap between that and systematically on a national scale, using teachers as the means to address our inequality crisis. And if they're going to help get us there, is the way that we're doing it now the best way?